the power. Every day, dollar just they get it higher power. Over naira, still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder. Oh, yo yo, my ego don't come. Oh yo yo, my people make we shout. Oh yo yo, my ego don't come. Oh yo yo, my ego don't come, man of the masses. Oh yo yo, my ego don't come. Oh yo yo, my ego diary political. Oh yo yo, my ego don't come. Oh yo yo, this one not day off in mind. Oh yo yo, my ego don't come. Oh yo yo, person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh yo yo, my egun don't come.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live. You are welcome to the People's Parliament tonight. You can be part of this broadcast, okay? Even though a lot of you feel much comfortable commenting, reacting, and all of that. Even if you are a Tinubu supporter, an APC, a Bekebes member, you are welcome. I mean, you can come in here and speak intelligently. Your point, make your point and all that, okay? And everybody's going to listen on the People's Parliament tonight. The People's Parliament. The link is right here in the comments, okay? Use the link. Yeah, I can see a lot of people are so happy. The parliamentarians are popping in and popping in and popping in every second. Right now, it's going to be an interesting night. Are you ready? Nigerians, are you ready for the Federal Republic of Drogistan? Sorry. I mean, it kept being funny anyway, but it's not funny. Are you ready? Because from Nigeristan to Drogistan is going to be part of the conversation tonight. So share this broadcast. By the way, I want to say a big thank you to every one of you who took my plea that you should please take me to 1,000 followers on TikTok. Now, I realized that, you know, we can sit down here for hours discussing politics and the politicians that are making a mess of Nigeria and Nigerians' lives. There are so many people that have publicly or on this platform confessed that they are not the typical of a person that goes on YouTube looking for video to watch, talk less of sitting back and sitting for hours, that they are not that kind of person. But with Mayegun's Diary Political, they just found themselves stuck, and they are actually loving it. Are you not loving it? So if you or many of you that ordinarily will not sit down and be listening to somebody just talking, what is he talking about? They are just, you know, there are millions of people who does this, right? But Mayegun's Diary Political has attracted people that ordinarily you will never find them watching anything on YouTube, not political talk. So if I could do that on YouTube, on Facebook, even though Facebook continued to reduce my view and my reach, we all know that. But if I could do that with YouTube, yes, TikTok is like, you know what I mean? But I just found out that we can also be on TikTok for hours. And therefore, I am designing a different Mayegun's Diary Politico for TikTok audience. The young, the old, the local, the foreign. I realized that they can easily join me, and a lot of them can actually join. Now, if I build that temple there, maybe young people can actually join and ask proper questions, political questions. How are all these things affecting them directly or indirectly? How are they contributing to whatever they are facing as a people in Nigeria today? Maybe I can build a very big platform on TikTok too. You get what I mean? So thank you to every one of you who actually made that happen today. 48 hours ago, I made that, well, less than 48 hours ago, I made that announcement. And this afternoon, you responded, and I got to over 1,000. Now, they said I had to get to 1,000 before I could be able to go live. I was like, oh, great. So you got me there. This is for you. Thank you very much. We will expand. We will build it. The message will spread. As always. You're right. I made some shots too. Just some brief shots. Just for things that can actually get people attracted to Mayegun's Diary political messages. Okay? And yeah, thank you. Thank you. Now, yes, that's it. You've heard me, okay? If you have TikTok on your phone and you're about to delete it, maybe because of me, keep the TikTok, okay? And then just spread the gospel. I am learning the rope. Very soon, I'm going to know how they do their things there. The fact that we can be live like this for hours, that is a plus. That's all we need. Everything else can come to it. More. It was fun today. And then also, my parliamentarians are beginning to arrive. Like I said, I have put up the ones that have put on their cameras, okay? So usually, let me tell you the People's Parliament, how it works, okay? You know, usually Mayegun will be the one presenting. I'll be bringing them one by one. And then when they get to a stage, I will then open the line where you can call in to make your own contribution, okay? Either on what I've just discussed or something else that you really want to share. So that's how we do it on Mayegun's Diary Political. But the People's Parliament, right? A week ago, well, just about 4 or 5 days ago, Mayegun's Diary Political on YouTube crossed 80,000 subscribers. And between that time and now, we have also received another 500 new people in the last 4 days. So this is why this information is very important, okay? So when we talk about People's Parliament, that is when you, my regular viewers, new, old, it doesn't matter. But as long as something brought you onto this platform where you have kind of started feeling like you have something in common with us, or you disagree with most of what we do here. Now, People's Parliament is your opportunity where you can just find a quiet room in that your beautiful comfort zone. Ensure that you have a very good, uninterrupted internet. And most importantly, the link to access the studio is in the comment. Look for it and click it. But the moment you want to join this broadcast, you want to join the studio. Is either you use another device or you have to leave this broadcast entirely. So with that, so that we won't be having interference and all that. Also, as part of the rules, People's Parliament, we try to make it conversational. For example, if you come on here now and you start raising some points and you start making some points, just to make it easier for everybody watching us to enjoy it, don't see that as if I am trying to interrupt you. What I'm going to be doing is I could just pick something from what you said or what you are saying, because I want you to speak more on that. Like you raise a point and I'm like, oh, I like that. Like I could just give an example because I just want you to kind of like speak more on that point. It is not to interrupt you. And if I try it the first time, if I try it the second time and I realize that it is kind of pushing you off balance, I'll just let you speak on. But somehow we would love to have a conversational, parliament. And I am the anchor. So the moment you finish presenting what you want to say, speak your mind, though. Even if you want to talk to me, if you want to criticize me, you are welcome. I mean, that's why we call it a parliament. Okay? So, but just make sure that there's nothing too personal. And if you disagree with anybody's points, you shouldn't pick on them. Don't call them names or attack them and start, you know what I mean? Don't do that. We want this to be as engaging as possible. And again, you are going to be the controller of what you say. All of this, none of this is scripted. It's random. And that is why you can join from anywhere and raise your point. Raise them in a way that we are going to understand you. So, and when you are joining us, keep your microphone. Once you open that link and you have the device you want to use, keep your camera on so that I can see your face. That shows that you are ready. Okay? So it means that you are putting a face beside that your social media name, so that they won't just call you a keypad warrior. You get that? For example, some of you who are like the Agbadomites, the Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers, the ass lickers, the all risers. You are welcome. Come and face me. Come and say your things. Yeah. Nobody go beat you. That's one thing you should be sure of. Nobody go beat you. And because of my own audience that are going to be watching, I am not going to cut you off except you become unruly. Unruly means, no be the way you type you go they talk for here. Anyway, apart from this, the moment you finish presenting your points, you should get ready to exit, because somebody else will take your place. And that's how we're going to do it for the next 150 minutes. So which means that we'll do this for the next 2.5 hours. We'll take as many contributions as possible tonight. Okay. So thank you very much. And let me begin to welcome our parliamentarians. For the ones who have actually kind of followed the instruction, please, if you are still there, I have about 6 other parliamentarians in the waiting hall. Your cameras are not on. 3 of you, your devices are not connected. Please check them for me. We are about to start. And let's keep the microphone muted. And also, let's keep our name written well for easy identification. And that's us. So let's see. I have Module, my brother. How are you? I've got His Excellency Samuel Unamdi. So I use His Excellency for you, David DHE, or his Royal Highness. That one is HR. No. So I'll use His Excellency. So Sabigami, you too. And then I've got African Wahala there, brother. It's good to see you. So for those who are actually ready, like I said, we will get all kick off soon. So the rider for this conversation is that with all the things we have all been hearing about Nigeria, 40 days to the inauguration of Tinubu as the president of Nigeria. That is what the status quo is right now. And there are so many expectations. There are so many exposés coming up right now. And there are many reactions too. Some are saying they are inconsequential and they will decide nothing. Others are saying, well, the court will decide that, and so many other things like that. So 40 days to see if Tinubu will be their president or not. And then with what you know so far, all the discoveries, I will appreciate it if you can help us shed light on what this means for the rest of us all over the world when it finally happens, if it finally happens. So let's share the slots. Obedient too, you are welcome. Yes, obedient, you are welcome. If you have any Buhari Deans, Buhari the Dins, Buhari the Notus, Buhari the Jatus, Buhari Shukus, Ngoziaris, Unekaris, and the rest of them on your platform, just tell them to come here. Let's have that chat, okay? And let's have decorum too. So we will all have about 5 minutes slots, okay? All this I'm doing right now is actually to get everybody ready in the mood. So I will let African Wahala open the open this parliament tonight. And Modil, my brother, how are you? So you're going to have to be next. So I will then take on His Excellency as well as people comes on, okay? So African Wahala, we are here. And I bet you do have some for us too. So you have the floor, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for hosting this People's Parliament. I'm very, very happy to be here to explain my own grievances as someone that originated from the Nigerian space. You know, Tinubu is about to be sworn in as the president. I'll be honest, I never thought that anything could come out of the court case between Labour Party and APC and the rest of them. I am not expecting anything positive to come out just because of the premise of the Nigerian state. But the rate at which Tinubu is collecting all types of, is being exposed, exposed with the Guinean citizenship, exposed with video evidences flying around with some notorious, popular West African politically connected criminals, then I am beginning to think there might be a chance that he wouldn't be sworn in. There might be a chance. But the most important thing for me is it's not even about the next president coming to save the country, because I genuinely don't believe that anybody can save the country. I don't, personally. And this last election, I did not root for any candidate. My favorite candidate amongst them all was Omoyele Sowore. And I can see that many people hate him. And I'm going to make this last 1 minute as my opportunity to advocate for Sowore. And I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree with me. Some of you guys are going to hate me too. But feel free. The truth is, Sowore.
This is People's Parliament. Okay, you have your moment.
Thank you.
And just say your truth as you feel and deem fit. Okay.
Thank you very much, brother.
Please go ahead.
Thank you. So as far as Sowore is concerned, half of the people that are criticizing him simply for criticizing Peter Obi, they can't do what he does. They can't take the sacrifices that man's taking. They can't challenge the military that are wielding machine guns. They can't do all these things that the guy has done in his entire career. But now they are upset with Sowore because the guy is going at Obi. But that same Sowore has gone at everybody. He has gone at every single one of those politicians that we all dislike. So why are you guys so upset because he's, making disparaging comments towards Obi? The truth is, the guy sees Obi like a part of the establishment. And that's the truth. Obi was once a governor. He was a governor for 8 years. Fine. He's better than Tinubu and Atiku. He's better, much better than Tinubu and Atiku. But that doesn't mean that Obi did not contribute to the suffering of the people from where he governed, or he wasn't a part of the establishment that contributed as a part of the pool of corrupt politicians that have put all of us in this mess. But I understand some of you guys are already going to be upset that who is this one? Why is this one talking about Obi? Because Obi right now is a god to people. Truth is, some of us, we still have our brains. We still realize that certain people were a part of the establishment. The fact that you guys are channeling Obi as your fight against the system, we agree on that. Okay, yes, we're on the same page when it comes to that. But that does not mean that I would forget about how Obi contributed to the pool of the government people that have put us in this mess. So that's what it is.
Problems, if you don't mind, African Wahala. One of the angst of Obi's supporter that I have observed, right, is the fact that people are trying to drag them into the existential problem of Nigeria and ignoring the reason why, right, that they are also like up in arms against the system, like more or less like gaslighting them, trying to say, well, Shebi Obi is one of them. So why are you like anything that comes your way, then you deserve it because you are trying to make somebody who is part of the establishment, right? You are presenting him like is, you know what I mean? So don't you think the misunderstanding, the link, I mean, so the missing link in there is that the misunderstanding of why people actually choose Obi, not that Obi chose them, something like that. Like, don't you think like people are missing that by is judging why they are always raging and like that? I'm just saying, you know, just on the point of them making Obi this, right? Sorry. If
honestly, it's their choice, man. You know, these people have decided to make Obi their hero. And if they are successful, see, this is my own personal opinion. If Obi goes to Aso Villa, it's going to fail. I am 1000% sure about that. Not because he necessarily has bad intentions, but the way Aso Villa and the Nigerian government is structured, you will fail.
That's a point.
So Obi should be lucky that he was not even successful, because if he was successful and he got to Aso Rock, now he starts failing, the obedience are going to cook him. But at the same time, I understand why the obedience are channeling that energy. And I don't want to criticize them too much, because if they are successful, they've dealt a huge blow at the main killers of APC and PDP. So it's a win even for we that are not obedient. It's still a win for us. And that's why we have to be careful how we criticize Obi. But all in all, I wish the obedience can relax. The ones that are constantly going hard at Omoyele Sowore, I wish they can actually relax and realize that guy is not perfect. I don't know if once Sowore gets to Aso Rock, which I doubt will ever happen, but if he gets to Aso Rock, Aso Villa, he's not going to be successful either, because that's just the way Nigeria is. Sowore is not going to be successful. Obi is not going to be successful. So obedience, just relax. The guy is also playing his own part to try and rescue Nigeria because he thinks that's possible. But many of us don't agree. So that's my submission.
Anyway, African Wahala, it's been a pleasure, okay? Just like I told the other parliamentarians, please, when you are joining us, okay, use the link. But when you are using the link, please I think it will ask you to either sign in with your Facebook or your YouTube. I advise you to use Facebook because you are likely going to have your Facebook app opened on your phone. So if you open the link on your phone and it asks you to sign in, just use your Facebook and you'll be in. The moment you access that, like everyone else, right? What you will do next is make sure you turn on your camera and you mute your microphone. That's all. And then you will be next speaking on the big screen. I mean, on the big screen in no time. So I'm going to go to Module. These are the people who have actually fulfilled all I said. So we're going to have to deal with them until others, please. If you are listening, which I believe some of you are, please turn on your camera, mute your microphone. That will show me that you are ready. Or if you're not, I may have to like kick you out and let people who want to get in. Because we can only take 12 participants at a go. Now, Modil, Baba, how are you? Yeah, okay, let me unmute you if he's going to let me. Hang on, you might have to do it yourself, please. If you can hear me.
Okay, yeah. Hello,
yeah, but your voice is also very, very low for some reason. I don't know if my own voice is also very
I have no
low.
idea what.
But
Yeah,
you have no
I'm
idea
trying
what
to
I'm
hear
saying,
you,
no?
so it should be better. Yeah,
No?
I can hear you now. My network has not been so good.
Okay, I
Can you
can
hear
hear
me
you
now, sir?
too. My wish it can be a bit
Is my
louder.
own voice clear?
Yours is clearer. Sharper. Nice one.
Okay, good.
Excellency.
How is it now, Egon?
I think it is better now. It is better now.
Okay. Okay, Kalesa.
So, Module, is
Okay.
your turn. Before we go next to His
Yeah,
Excellency
please.
and then others too. Anyway, yeah, please.
Okay. So good job, Ekushe.
Thank you.
For a start, I think it's not so great. The comments, people kind of like bashing the previous speaker. I think he has a right to his opinion,
Mm-hmm.
and um, being Africans, although there is a cultural aspect to this, I kind of think how we grew up and they used to say that, oh, what the young people cannot see while they're standing, the adults could see it even while they're snoring, but lately we've kind of like see that as being a fallacy, because I remember at some point I asked that, if it's true that old people they see things even while they are in, a reclining position, what the young people cannot see while they are standing up. How come now they are not seeing all of the campaigning they are doing, and yet they are still following Tinubu? So my contention is that he has his points. He has a right to say whatever. Perhaps those things could just be based on his experiences, and I'm going to share a quick one here. And
Right.
that was one of the reasons why I personally would not even have voted for Obi, even if I was in the country, because what we saw up until the presidential elections was not so different from what happened when Yaradua was sick, and when Yaradua died, and all of this clamor for Jonathan to become the president. Minority tribe from the south is not this conventional politician. So some of us just kind of like feel that we need to really sit down and think things through, instead of just going, just following the crowd. And this, I've always asked this question, and this conversation is not about Peter Obi, but perhaps since the first speaker brought it up, then I asked a couple of questions. I said, it is very easy for us to be deceived when we talk abstractly. All right. And one of the very big things that I've learned as a math teacher is that our students struggle because someone said I'm a Baptist. Our students struggle because we relate with them at the abstract level. So we need to down to the specifics. Please, you can just ask me to shut up once my time is up. Uh so for example,
I would advise you to just,
can you
I would advise you, see, Module, I would advise you, as usual, this is not your first
okay.
time you're a veteran here. So I would advise you, now that the tension seems to be, it's going to be rising soon, okay? I would advise you to concentrate on us that you are seeing on your screen, not those comments. When you finish, you can go and read the comments and go and get busy with them. There will be reactions, so as we are talking, there will be reactions. So that's why we call it People's Parliament. Everybody can speak their mind.
Of
Okay?
course.
Even those who are supporting Tinubu and everybody, you are welcome. But come and convince us. A lot of people are watching us, Abby. Everybody is making their points left, right, and center, Abby. So continue, Module. When your time is up, I will raise my
Yeah.
hand. And I think you only have about 2 minutes left.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna be quick. I'm gonna be quick about this. For a start, we need to ask very deep questions on our country, and everyone has the right to talk. Even the people following Tinubu,
Mhm.
as much as I feel that it doesn't make any sense. They have to whatever thing they have to say. And personally, and this is going to delve into the title of the podcast. That I kind of see we interpret things differently, and the same way perhaps maybe the obedient or some other people interpret the political situation, and that makes them kind of feel, oh, Tinubu is a no. Perhaps it's the same way some people feel uh Obi is a no. For example, I would not support Obi, because as this philosophers, this existentialist said, a man cannot condemn himself. Camus and Sartre, a man cannot condemn himself. We are here to condemn himself. He would then have to inflict punishment upon himself. So Obi has seen almost nothing in terms of his association with the existing political structure. It's not about mouth. He agreed to be the vice presidential aspirant of Atiku, and we knew how much destruction Atiku created in Nigeria. We can keep going on and on and on. So I'm just saying this so we can calm down and stop just attacking people that do not completely share in our beliefs. And that's
Everybody
just
should
it.
calm
Thank you
down.
so much.
Their pressure. Anyway, Modil, I will let you, I'll say thank you first, all right? And then we'll go to
Yeah,
another person. Okay, Baba. It's
of
it's a
course.
pleasure.
Always. Appreciate it.
Thank you. So, and I am going to go to His Excellency. I've got other people who have also put on their camera, but they seems to be in the dark room. Like, you can't be in the dark room. We need to see your face, please. If you want to be part of this, put a face beside that name. Is really good. So, Your Excellency.
Okay, Dr. Mayedu, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir. How are you?
Very well. Let me start by saying that I don't blow Dr. Mayedu, because for me to be in your program for the first time, I don't blow with this.
You don't understand, eh? Even
I don't blow.
people when they comment and they hear you, they say, see this way they walk, oh, if they walk, and they, you know what I mean? Like it's called asking. Anyway,
Dr. Mayedu, let me make my contributions quick. How many minutes do I have, sir?
you have 5 minutes, oh, please.
Okay. So I want to let me start by the people that are talking about me being at work and contributing. That is an expression of how pivotal fixing Nigeria is. That is an expression of how desperate some of us who are in diaspora, are about having a nation. Because if we must say the truth, even though there's a Jaffa syndrome, people want to come over here, which I encourage them to, because when you come here, you will feel like a citizen, right? That's the benefit of at least traveling out. Mayedu, the truth be told, nobody should be born and die without traveling to other nations. It's almost a crime to humanity. Make sure you travel to other places. Then you will understand the rubbish you are being fed. When you go to other nations, what happened to me when you say Your Excellency, which I appreciate that preface or that title there is both actual and prophetic. Now, in 2012, I visited Israel and I was made a tourism goodwill ambassador. I was made a tourism goodwill ambassador in Israel, and they gave me a certificate, which I still have to today. So both governors and ambassadors share the same HE in their name. You understand what I mean? So that is the actual part of the HE. The prophetic part of the HE is the way Nigerian politics is going. Some of us have told ourselves that since our fathers can't fix the nation, we can't depend on our fathers again. We have to jump into the ring. So by God's grace, sometime in the nearest future, people should not be surprised to see my face fighting to become the governor of Abia State, which is a state that is truly a mess. So that's the prophetic part of the HE. So I'm not just claiming HE I have it right now by the fact that I'm an ambassador of Israel, and it will continue to be in my name if God enables me to be a governor of Niger State. Now,
right, that's my story. That will make me remember you after.
Yes, sir.
For a while.
Yes, sir.
Just for sharing.
But sir, in my 3 more minutes that is left, our problem might not be the political class. Our problem might be the slaves that assume that they are citizens. Like I said before, when you travel out, you will see how citizens are treated. For example, does Nigeria even have anything called citizenship benefits? Suddenly, from nowhere, after the end of a tenure, they are borrowing money because they want to give palliative, subsidy palliative to Nigerians. How fun is that? For 8 years, you never borrowed money. Oh, no, sorry. For 8 years, you did borrow money. But the money you borrowed was never to give palliative to Nigerians. All the money that have been borrowed for many years, Nigerians didn't see one kobo of it. Suddenly, when you have 1 week to go, well, that's an exaggeration. When you have 1 week to go, you are borrowing money because you want to give to Nigerians. Give me a break. You guys must be thinking we are all made up of fish brain. You know, the way they see us, I don't think human beings' brain is in our head. The way they see us, I think it is fish brain that they consider that we all have. Now, that is why I say that we assume we are citizens, but we are slaves. Because it's only slaves that can be treated the way Nigerian citizens are treated. What a shame, what a shame. There's a popular proverb that says evil continue when good people refuse to do nothing. So evil will continue to reign and rule simply because those who are conscientious, those who are reasoning, those whose mental faculties are working, continue to do nothing. How can Nigeria be over 200 million people? Think about professors that we have. We have professors almost in all fields. Professors of science, professors of art, professors of law. Look at our judicial system. With the amount of professors of law we have, Jesus Christ, we must all be slaves and not citizens. We have to tell ourselves the truth. How can we have master degree holders, hyper intelligent human beings, 200 and something million people, and we look at our election? What was that? The biggest country in Africa that even the entire black race is hoping on. Nigerians are not the only one hoping on Nigeria. Everyone whose skin is black, these black Americans you see, black people in Brazil, black people all over the world are hoping on Nigeria. The way we traveled abroad and we have something to do, that is how some of these blacks want to leave some of the countries they are and come back to Africa because they are not being treated fairly. If Africa was good, a lot of them will relocate, buy land, make investments, settle there. They are back home. Africa is home for them. But look at the biggest country in Africa, what we did and called the election. And you say I should not feel insulted? Jesus, listen, you see, Mayoko, I have a lot to say. If I have opportunity to come back, honestly, I will do come back. But let me summarize by saying this. I will summarize by saying that the problem is not the ruling or political corrupt class. The problem is the citizen. Why? The problem is the citizen because once good people make up in their mind never to do something, evil will continue to reign. I hope that's a good summary. Thank you for the opportunity, Mayoko, and I will stay hanging here.
You gave a brilliant presentation, and I can tell you this for free, right? The vibes like yours will get more people to want to join. Like I have more I want to say too. So I can't thank you enough. Okay, thank you very much. And indeed, you are His Excellency. You left a mark. I will remember you. Trust me. All of
Thank you. I mean, you can give my spot to somebody else. I might be at the background, but I say, well, I'm still here. If you need me, I will still contribute, sir.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that too. Man, that's what you talk, you know, when you say people should. Some of the people you see online that take time to type a lot, trying to think that somebody will read. Maybe that what they are typing will actually get to someone. They know that a lot of people won't read. Or they just feel like, you know, that's what that my president, I mean, that parliamentarian just did there. A passionate presentation, a sort of a relative, you know, life experience presentation. And this is where you know, okay, if I have to tell you why or what I feel about Nigeria or the entire system, this is how I feel, not just the emojis. Escobar. Baba.
Namio, you
This
like the
one
name?
to-
You like the name?
How are you, sir? Everybody
I'm-
is saying Escobar in the comment, and I was like, why did I not see that? Thank you so much for joining us anyway. So it's your turn. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. It's really great to be talking to you, honestly, because I only picked you up. I mean, I heard you've been going on for 12 years, is it? And you're up in Scotland.
Going on
I mean,
12. Yes, it's been a
12
while.
years, and you're up in Scotland. I'm down in Kent, obviously in England, but I'm in Kent.
You know that I think the first place I landed when I came to the UK, and I spent just 2 weeks there, is that same Kent.
Okay.
And maybe before you finish your presentation, sir, I will remember the details and I'll tell you. Then you'll get to know.
Okay,
anyway,
cool.
you have your time, sir. Thank you so much, by the way. Go on.
Thank you. Well, first of all, you're doing a great job. Now, like I said, I only came on to you about, I came on to you about 2 weeks after the election. You're not going to believe. 2 weeks after that, you know what the internet's like. The internet is wide. There's so many things. And I never heard of Maegun. And the thing is, as you have to admit that Maegun was more about Oduduwa, about Yoruba thingy bob. But since I've been watching it, I haven't noticed that. For me, you're just fighting for Nigeria. That's what I see. You're just fighting for
just for sir, for the sake of our viewers also new as well. Maegun's diary political from time immemorial, people got to know that is a platform that actually addresses the injustice in Nigeria, no matter who is affected. And it's over time, right? When these injustices were going about, that people get to know that, oh, that guy said it well. And I was warning people that it's going to get to all of us. When they are done with this, they're going to go to that. Then it got to the IPOB, Mazin Amdekano at the time. It was so misunderstood, right? That I happened to be the voice explaining to people to make them understand how propaganda work. And that if the government indeed want the right thing done, I mean, take a listen. So from there, it moved on and on and on and on. And that's how Maegun's diary political became a melting pot. Then it came to our turn too. I wouldn't be expected to keep quiet when the same attack started happening in Yoruba land. And I think when I added my voice, that kind of gave it like, Maegun is now talking about Yoruba nation. Forget that we've always been about the melting pot, about the injustice. Thank you. It's good to have you, sir.
So no, wait. I'm probably not going to say too much. You've spoken more of my 5 minutes than I have, but that's good because I'm enjoying talking to you. But what I wanted to say was, first of all, you're doing a great job. I saw your shorts this afternoon, and when I saw the shorts, I said you're getting some good advice because your videos are 3 hours long, and sometimes they can be a lot for people to absorb at once. So the shorts, I think, are a brilliant idea. You're going to get to lots more people. Lots more people will actually see what you're doing and actually listen to what you say, because what you say makes total sense. I mean, I was talking to my girlfriend the other day and she was asking me, how does Maegun find out all this information? I said, listen, Maegun has MI5 working for him. Don't worry about that. Maegun is okay. He's an okay guy.
I actually wish I had such resources. I would have been like the Elon Musk of social media for real.
But at least people like who they didn't see you as well, because he was on your channel as well. So, you have a wide reach. And I just wanted to say that you're doing the right thing. And the final thing I want to say, because maybe I'm running out of time, but
you are not. You still have because I've been like using part of your time.
Okay.
You still have almost your full time. So please.
Okay. So what I wanted to really say was that people who are talking about Sowore and all that kind of thing, I would advise people to just forget about all that stuff, because all the Agbadomites and all those, Agbado sniffers, as I call them, they all they want to do is divide and rule. They want to make everybody who's against them to fight amongst themselves. So let everybody eyes on the prize. Just watch the court case, see what happens. And to me, the main thing that's come from this is that Nigerian politics is never going to be the same. It's not like as it was 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and it will never be the same going forward. That I'm sure. So either things are going to change or we're going to split. Simple as. That's really what I've got to say. So
that's so brilliant, sir. And then being an ex-combat, right? What you reminded me of, right?
Yeah.
It was while you were speaking, right? It was this clip, and it was that of when your name, as well as I don't know, kept ringing in my head. And it was this clip. I'll play that for you just before you leave. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
A moment. So meanwhile, I'm going to reshare the slot again. So this is just for this, it's my presenter. 1 second.
We have got the opportunity to serve again for additional 4 years. And Nigerians will know the difference.
I don't read social media anymore.